man Davies, didn't he do a good job? Happy to be here. We're back in the Wapaka room. Can't believe I'm here. My comedy career is falling apart faster than lepers on a tilt-a-whirl. Everybody have a good summer? We had a hell of a summer, didn't we? Beat the hell out of last year, didn't it? It was a great summer, warm all the time. Saw a lot of movies this summer. I saw Schindler's List. Anybody see Schindler's List? Yeah. Great flick, wasn't it? Everybody told me, you gotta see Schindler's List, you gotta see it. I saw it. I didn't think it was that funny. Oh, yeah, I know, that's the kind of joke you say, and everybody's like, ah, goddamn. I didn't mean to piss anybody off. Didn't want to do that. You know what's pissing me off? The Spider-Man character. I saw Spider-Man, I saw his TV show. I'm thinking, how does this guy rate as a superhero? Of all the superheroes, got to be the biggest loser of them all. I was watching this, and I'm thinking, how did this guy get the job? Well, they got the superhero interviews. They're like, okay, first of all, we have Superman, is it? Okay. What's your qualifications? You can bend steel with your bare hands. You can jump tall buildings, stop a locomotive. Yeah, that's good. Okay. Next, we have Incredible Hulk. Okay. What's your qualifications? Kind of a wuss, but if you piss him off, you can rev up a Buick. Okay, that's good. Next, we have Spider-Man. Hey, nice lycra suit, bud. What's your qualifications? You can climb shit. My, how formidable. Haven't heard anything like that since rope. Yeah, well, we'll be getting back to you on that Spider-Man gig. See if we can't get you a job washing windows or something. What a loser. But that's not what I came here to talk about tonight. I came here to talk about women. Women in general. Not all women, just most women, the ones who piss me off. This is gonna get good. The bitchy ones. They even got a car for bitchy women now, the new 1994 Buick Park Avenue with dual climate zone controls. Have you seen this commercial? She wears silk. He wears lederhosen in his ski goggles. He prefers 68 degrees. She prefers whatever temperature would really fucking piss him off. And if you can't sit in the car with your significant other, you know, maybe it's time for separate vacations, I don't know. I mean, what's next? The plexiglass divider like they have in the back of limousines, you know, it's like... Speaking of women, my girlfriend's been a little pissed off at me lately. Can't imagine why. She told me to get the fuck out of the house last week. Said, go do something. Go hang out with your friends. They said they're all hunting. She's like, well, go hunt. I said, honey, I don't hunt. She's like, get out! So I went hunting. And I've never hunted. I don't even own a gun. So I borrowed a gun from a friend, about a 12 gauge. And I went to buy bullets for my 12 gauge. And I went to Kmart and I asked the lady at the counter, one of those Kmart babes. Thought the store was big. And I'm like, hey, can you tell me what kind of bullets go in my 12 gauge? And she's, you know, can you give me some bullets? And she's like, well, you need 2 3/4 inch or 3 inch bullets. And I'm like, well, I don't know, okay? It's too stupid. I don't know what kind of bullets go in my gun. I felt like the biggest loser on earth. I went home and asked my roommate. I'm like, man, can you show me what kind of bullets go in my 12 gauge? And he's like, sure, Dave, go get the receiver, and I'll show you what kind of bullets go in your gun. And I'm like, what does my stereo have to do with this? Turns out the receiver is like the butt end of the gun. I guess I could pretty much club the deer with the gun. Hunting's not for me. I felt really bad, too. I didn't want to come off as too much of a pussy, disappoint my dad or anything, you know. He's had a hard enough life. He's had to live with my mom. Don't get me wrong, I love my mom. I love my mom. She's a wonderful woman, but I think birthing and raising 7 children is enough to take the mental fight out of anyone because she just doesn't have a clue anymore, you know. Your driveway doesn't go all the way to the house, you know what I'm saying? That mom mentality, you know. talks about the grapes a little too much. Thinks ozone is hairspray, you know. She doesn't have a clue. I mean, I was talking to her, and my dad has been to college, and my brother has been to college. And these are well-educated people, and we're talking about the 80s and supply-side economics and a trickle-down theory, and how the upper class and the lower class have become divided wider and wider, and how the middle class is being slowly eroded. And she goes, you know, Dave, the food industry is still doing well. Yeah, Mom, that's pretty much the last to go. When people stop buying food, could be things are bad. God, things have been bad since that water market dried up, huh? But my mom and dad have been married for 34 years in this day and age. That is pretty incredible, man, 34 years. And I don't know how he's done it, because he's not like her. I got one of these Winston Churchill dads, you know, doesn't talk real often. When he does, it's something really profound, you know. And she's like this totally irrational woman. I don't know how he done it. I would have shot her after 34 years. I would have left her. I don't think he could. I think it's a genetic thing. He doesn't know what kind of bullets to buy either. So.